All right, and so here's the stuff that I really didn't recognize until I got going through all this, was that hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I am a small seller. I sell on eBay as well as on Niknax and on Whatnot. I'm also a small YouTuber, so welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be doing this. I recently obtained a box of doll stuff, doll clothes, and one doll in it at Savers for $13. And most of everything in there looks to be in pretty good condition. I found a couple pieces with, you know, little chew marks or a stain or whatever, but overall it looks to be pretty good. And so I thought today we would just do an OxiClean bath on the clothes just to freshen them up a little bit and see how it turns out. Okay guys, so I've got it all kind of laid out here. It took a minute. I guess let's start with the hangers. So there's 3 of them that have the little baby face on it, and they say Tootsie on the back. And then there's one here that it's in the shape of a heart but has no other design, and it says, I'm guessing that's Springfield, Massachusetts, I'm not sure, embossed on there. And then this one here says I'm assuming that's Progressive Prog-Doll ACC.inc, New York. And then on the other side it has this crawling baby doll. So enclosed in this little box here full of old doll clothes and stuff, this here, I have no idea what to make of it. It's, you know, like that sort of plasticky sort of material that you find inside of diaper bags. And I don't see, well, maybe there is a tag. Let me see. Just for baby miniatures. And what else does it say? Inez Holland House, 5th Avenue, New York, just for baby miniatures. I don't know what that means right now. I have not looked that up, so I don't know. But anyway, it's got this bag here. And then in the same material, it had this little pillow thing. I don't know what was attached to it right there. You can kind of see like an impression, but I don't know. And then it's got little, I don't know, like shower slippers, right? They're that same diaper bag material. They look like little shower slippers to me. And then it's got a jacket that has ties on the inside and the outside. So I think it's a probably reversible sort of thing going on here. But I don't think there were any tags in here. Okay, so the only tag we're gonna get on this one is for the bag itself there. But I'm gonna go ahead and assume that all of that came together in this bag. Not sure. As far as other plastic stuff goes, so here was a bib that I'm guessing kind of matches with all that. And then there's this one here that is blue, but there is blue in here. So I'm guessing it goes with that as well. Bib and apron, I don't know. This just seems like it was a very messy child maybe, I don't know. Baby doll, messy baby doll. It did have a couple, you know, like the old school diapers here. And some little briefs, pull-ups, bloomers, whatever you want to call them. The outfit that doll was wearing is this honeysuckle, 3 months up to 13 pounds. So I think this is for technically a live baby, a small one. It looks like it does have a little bit of chew mark or something there, a little bit of staining. I'm still going to wash it and see what happens. I don't know if that would have been an original tag or maybe not. Maybe this just connected somehow. I'm not sure, guys. I'll still try to clean it up just for giggles, why not? Then this is what was wrapped around its bottom and secured with 2 little, what do they call those? Safety pins. And I think this is more of a towel myself, but it appears to be in good condition outside of maybe needing to be cleaned up. All right, and so here's the stuff that I really didn't recognize until I got going through all this, was that a lot of these little outfits in here, like this one, I don't see any tags on the inside, so I don't know if they were homemade pieces or what, but it has a matching bonnet. So it's this little dress, and as far as I can tell, outside of needing, you know, like a little bath and maybe a few stray strings here and there, it appears to be in good condition. I haven't seen any chew marks or mold or anything like that. Same thing on this yellow one. It has a bonnet and cute little dress, no tags or identifiers inside. So again, I think it's probably a homemade job there, but nicely done. And again, as far as I can tell, great shape. This one here looks to be overall in pretty good shape. It has, again, a bonnet and no tags, except this one does have a little pink staining. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. Let's see. And I think these ones go together because this material is the exact same. This one here, I think this bonnet goes with this little dress because it has this lacy trim right here that matches this lacy trim on this dress. And same thing, so you got this cute little dress. Again, no tags or anything in it. I think it's probably a homemade piece. But then I think this went on the underneath. And then this would have been put on top. And then you had your cute little bonnet. And I think they all match because the lace on these matches. All right, so then you got this little bonnet here. And again, I think this one goes with this one because the lace matches the outfit. And I think this was sort of the same thing where it was, this is the under dress. I can't remember the correct term for that. Somebody put it in the comments, that'd be great. But like the under dress, and then this would be on top. Now, way back in the day, they typically did wear some sort of, like in real life, they wore linens like cotton, 100% cotton and stuff, because it's very, very breathable. So your everyday clothing was this kind of thing that went underneath your quote unquote better clothing that you didn't wash, if ever, very infrequently. And so like your body sweat and all that kind of stuff stayed on here, and this was much easier to wash and be able to wash multiple times without damage. So it makes sense to see doll clothes in the same fashion. So then down here, this is like a little hand knitted job, little blue sweater. Looks to be in good shape. I really don't see any staining or chew marks or anything. It also has a cute little handmade bonnet with it. Like, I didn't realize all these things had little matching accessories. I just thought it was a box of complete randomness, which was cool enough. But now it's got a bunch of stuff that matches, and I'm a little more excited about it, I'll be honest. So these I thought were mitts, but I think they're booties, because these are mitts, and you know, they're like, they got the string that attaches them so you don't lose one, right? Now these were woven into each arm of this little outfit, and then I realized, oh, it matches this, so it actually goes with that. So I pulled it out of there. I'm not sure if this technically goes with that. I kind of think so because of the blue in it, and obviously I don't think it would look bad to wear this with then this stuff on top. I think that would match nicely. This one here is, as far as I can tell, just a rando shirt. Again, I don't believe there were any tags or anything in it, but it's in good condition. I don't know what the sizes are on these guys, and I don't even know how to really go about telling you that, so use your best judgment. This here is like a little nightgown, but look at, it's got the old school Rudolph on here, and he's got some arithmetic going on. I don't know, he's writing a letter with a quill pen here. He's up to stuff. He's doing stuff on here. Super cool. And this, like I said, it's kind of dingy. It needs to be washed, but it doesn't look chewed up or stained or anything like that. And I don't see, I think this one, I could be wrong. I want to say I saw like the remnants of a tag, but maybe not. I don't think this one was. I think this one was a hand-done job at home. So then you come over to this little guy here, and he, I don't think has any tags or anything in here that I was aware of, but he's, you know, like a onesie, like a wintertime onesie, jacket onesie. Help me out. Put in the comments what's the right term for that. I don't know. This part here has a little button on it that comes undone, so there you go. The zipper says Talon, T-A-L-O-N, and that's the only kind of identifier I see on here. Then there was this little dress here, and I thought, oh, maybe this shirt goes underneath it, but I would think it would be more material like this if it was an undergarment. So I don't think so. I think that's still a loaner shirt. And this one here, I don't see any tags or anything in. Seems to be a just by itself outfit. So, but then we come over to the socks, and this is so cool. I didn't realize this on these either, but wow, they're all pairs. There's nobody missing one, right? And they're adorable. This one here, I think you can see it the best. Doll socks, registered U.S. Patent Office, 14 to 16 inch doll. Holy smokes, guys. This says the same thing. This says the same thing, and I'm assuming this probably says the same thing, you just can't read it anymore. But how stinking cool is that? And then all these shoes, I think read the same, right? Yeah, Cinderella #2, Wilkinson and Gross. So I don't know the age on any of this at all. I have not looked into it at all. And I'm going to put all of this, for the most part, into this. And we're gonna do a OxiClean bath, so just a gentle bath out here in the sunlight. We'll let it soak for a little while, and then we'll line dry things out here in the sun and see what happens. Hopefully nothing disintegrates. I don't know. We'll see. The other thing I wanted to show you guys while we were at Savers, I didn't show you this in the short I put out before, but this right here is a Vernon Ware dish, and I don't know, maybe I was in a baby mood or something because it's very child in nature, I suppose, with the balloons here, but it was super cute. When I got it, it had kind of those like dark line marks on it and stuff, and I took a little barkeeper's friend to it, and you can probably still faintly see them somewhere. I can't find any right now, but maybe I got them all. Yay. But anyways, it looks stinking great. There's no chips, no cracks, no flea bites, no nothing on this. It's super cool. I haven't looked it up to find out what the value is on it yet, but Vernon Ware pottery pieces, they did a lot of utilitarian ware, so kitchen stuff like that, bowls and all, plates, tableware, and they're a good name to look for. Very good name to look for. They usually carry a value. Some pieces more than others, but nonetheless, they do carry a value. Okay guys, here goes nothing. I brought out a toothbrush just in case I need it to scrub something. I did not measure out the amount of OxiClean that I put in here. I just did like 4 or 5 scoops. I can definitely feel the OxiClean in the water, so I know that there should be enough. In theory. We'll give it a whirl anyway. Get all of our socks in here. But my hope is that the sunlight will help, to reduce staining, any odor. I haven't really noticed any odor on any of it, but I don't know. I figured doing this certainly can't hurt. And a lot of it's, some worse than others, but some, you know, look a little bit dingy. And, you know, I can't promise that I can get all stains out. I'm not going to try that hard because this is not really my wheelhouse. It's not my forte, and I'm sure that some of y'all out there are probably screaming at your screen right now saying, no, dummy, don't do it this way. And you're probably right. This is just the safest way that I know of with products that I have available to me to do it. So I think some of these things maybe soak a little longer than others. I think the probably more sheer, thinner materials I'll pull out rather quickly compared to the others. But in theory, the OxiClean should gently remove stains and also help brighten it up. And I suppose I spent $13 on this box of really cool vintage doll clothes, baby clothes. And you know, if I ruin them all, I ruin them all. But you get to witness it. Yay. I'm not sure that this pink spot's gonna do much, but we're gonna leave this soaking in here and we'll see. This here little spot too. Alright, what else we got? Let's move these hangers. Let's put this guy down here. I think this one was one of the dingiest looking pieces. So, and there's times when you do stuff like this, you have to soak them more than once, you know, because you don't want to be too rough like this with brushing the material, because you'll sort of start ruining the material, start pulling it apart and stuff, and you don't want to do that. Like I said, I'd rather just clean them to the best of my ability, and then, you know, hopefully, assuming they survive this process, then send them on their way to someone out there who actually knows what they're doing and probably can fix them. But it can be more difficult to sell things like this. Obviously people realize that they're used, but if they look like they hadn't been washed, you know, since their use, and still have stains from 1940, then, you know, for some folks that's kind of a turn off when purchasing things like this. And so I always think it's good, if you can, to do what you can to maybe clean them a little bit. So, plus there's a lot of people out there that are collectors, not just resellers, but collectors, and, you know, they look for genuine clothing, handmade or otherwise, that you know, has that age on it, that fits the time period of whatever doll it is they need to put clothes on. And so there's always people out there looking for you know, clothing and stuff. I don't ever see buying doll clothing as a loss. I think you're probably safe to make some money if you can get it at the right price. And of course, depending on what it is and the condition it's in, and, you know, blah blah blah, all those things, it does make a difference. Okay, now this plastic stuff I'm going to wipe down in a different way. I can see it's kind of already pulling, like from right here. Hopefully you can see that despite the sun. But I don't necessarily want to soak this. I think I'm going to just get a cloth and wipe it down and all the contents in there, and do it that way instead. And then same thing with the little hangers and shoes. I'll just, you know, clean those off. But the clothing I kind of wanted to expose to sunlight, help kill some bacteria. You know, and you can see that the water's already turning kind of a yellowish, dingy color, so hopefully a lot of the stains and stuff will come out, and it's worst case scenario, hopefully it just brightens it back up to what it used to look like. So, all right, let me move this table back now. There we go. Okay, we're gonna slide this guy over here. Okay, so, let me adjust this. So the sun beats down right here pretty much all day long. Well, let's adjust this again. And so it's a pretty good spot to leave that, because I want the sunlight to do its job. And it should, in theory, work pretty well. I don't know, we'll see. The doll itself, let me go grab it real quick. Okay, now to talk about this gal here. I'm sorry guys, the sun's in my eyes. But if you can tell, her head seems to be a little more peach in tone compared to her body. Like she's got a solid tan down on her rubber body, but her head, not so much. Now, her head feels like a hard plastic. Her eyes do the open and shut bit here. She does have a hole in her mouth with pretty red lipstick and rosy red cheeks. She also does that noise. She does have some damage to her body though, as you can tell here on her knee. She's got a finger missing over here. You know, so her body's not in perfect condition. That being said, I've been searching all over her and I don't, oh, and she's got a little hole on her bum, probably to help with the squeak effect. I don't see any markings on her body, however. But, you know, I look on the back of her and her backside matches her color up here more. So maybe it is the right head on the right body. I'm not sure. But on the back of her head, I can faintly make out over here, it looks like AMF, and it's just ever so faintly there in the mold on the back of the head. And then it says character right here in all capital letters. And then you can see, you know, kind of that old glue putting her hair on here. And this looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like some sort of a kid skin, maybe. You know, what is that? Sheep skin? Is that what kid skin was? That looks to be what her hair is, like she has a wig on. And again, like I said, you can see the glue where they glued it down. I'm not sure if her hair was originally this short or if it got cut this short. Either way, I'd imagine it certainly was curly because, well, it's very curly. But yeah, you can see this, you know, kind of sew marks everywhere. So I don't know if this was an add-on piece. I don't know. Let me set her down here. So I have a couple books. One is the Knopf, I'm not sure how you say that, Collector's Guides to American Antique Dolls. This is an excellent resource. It has a lot of color photos. It gives quite a bit of info, but everything in this book here is a little bit older. Mostly composition dolls, that kind of thing, bisque head, so a little bit older. Then I have this book, which is Modern Collector's Dolls. And this one's priced and illustrated by Patricia R. Smith, 4th series. So I'm going to spend some time searching through this, but I went to the index and looked for character, and there was nothing. Now, in this one, character has a whole bunch of different things, but they're all bisque and composition, at least the head, dolls. And in here it says nothing about character. So I don't know, but I imagine she's probably in this book somewhere. So I'll keep looking. But if you guys know anything about her or the clothes or whatever, that'd be greatly appreciated. It's definitely out of my wheelhouse. Like I said, I got the case, and the case is pretty well shot. I don't know that anybody would be interested in the case, but if you are, let me know. But it's still holding together, but it's in fragile condition for sure. But yeah, I spent $13 on this mystery box of doll things, and I think overall it'll turn out okay, assuming that the OxyClean bath doesn't destroy all of them. We'll see. I don't know. But I figured I would take you guys along on this journey of what it is to do reselling. It's not all just shopping and fun and games. I wish it was, because get out of here, bug, because that's my favorite part. Not the bugs. Those are horrible. It's very annoying. He keeps coming back too. As you can see, the water is already looking quite murky. I don't know how long I plan to actually soak everything yet. But I may wind up changing out the water here shortly and doing a second soak before I dry them off. And we'll see. I wish I had a little washboard, but at the same time, a washboard might be too rough on something like this. So it may just be something you got to sit and kind of rub with your hands. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, I've pulled a few things out, and some of which I think, like this one, I think is good to go. I don't think it needs to really soak any longer. It's nice, it's bright, it looks pretty. Same thing on this one. I'm kind of hesitant on these hand knitted pieces to soak them too terribly long, but this one really didn't have any staining or anything on it as it is. Here's one of the little mitts. It looks great. One of the little pairs of socks. There is a little bit of staining still on this mitt right here, but it has faded quite a bit. And like I said, I'm just hesitant to soak hand knitted pieces too long. I just, like I told you guys, I don't know what I'm doing. So let's keep going here. Yeah, this one here is even looking pretty good. It does seem brighter than when we put it in. Now this one here, it had some strings hanging from it before it went in there, so that's not from the cleaning. But it also had a little stain up here, and I noticed that stain, it's faded a little bit, but it's not gone, and I'm not going to force it to leave. All right, guys, so here's what we've ended up with. I would say overall, everything seems to have come out as intact as it was when it went in, and cleaner, believe it or not. There's still some stains on stuff that I'm not going to get to go anywhere, you know, like on this guy's little hood here, you know, and some of y'all may have great methods to do that. I'm gonna let sleeping dogs lie. However, you know, the little footies on this and little mitts have a little bit of, you know, residual staining on there, but overall it's okay, and they're intact. And again, somebody out there is going to know how to clean this stuff up. Here is a look, let me move out of the light, at the nasty dirty water. So whatever dirt was on these clothes is now in this OxiClean water bath. I think in total I probably soaked these 20 to 30 minutes, and just in fear of hurting the material itself, I went ahead and pulled everything out. I'm going to let it dry. If some things I think I can soak again and improve, I will, but I really think this is probably where it's going to be. So I have not announced anything about upcoming live sales. I'm still hashing through a few things on that, but I have a feeling that this kind of stuff is going to be involved in upcoming live sales. So if you're interested in anything here, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I will keep you guys posted, and here soon should have an update on future upcoming live sales. So I think that's it for this one, guys. Again, I just wanted to kind of take you on this little journey to see how this turns out. It's an experiment. We'll see. When I clean things, I really don't like to do harsh treatments. I kind of like to do what I can and then pass it along to someone else who's a collector and probably understands a little bit more of how to go about doing harsher methods of cleaning and do it responsibly. And I'm not that person, so I pass it along. But yeah, I think that's it for this one, guys. I will catch you on the next one.